yesterday I came across this post. And this is a, well, not a post, a comment under Dalton's post that Dalton actually responded to. So this Anthony dude said he supposedly found text messages between Sako and this guy DJ Hylyte. And that was the one that was just with Sako last night that we saw in the video at the beginning of the video, that had been to their house a few times. And the only reason I give this one any credit at all is for the fact that he's the one that filed for divorce, which nobody would do if they're the one that messed up. Okay, that's not true. I've seen it the other way. But with the fact Sako was recently filmed inside a nightclub or bar sitting at a table with this dude right there, this is actually true. It takes a real piece of shit to be invited to a couple's home and ruin their marriage, but it takes two to tango. Sako is just as bad for letting it happen, or maybe even being the one to initiate that. While this is true, he has taken all the nasty shit said about him, even though he knows the actual truth, and still chooses to take the hate without trashing Sako. It's obvious he is still trying to protect his wife from the hate she would be getting right now by letting everyone blame him. And he responded and he said, preach, brother. He didn't deny any of the allegations about Sako getting caught messaging DJ Hylyte. So I'm like, this sounds like there may be some truth to it. Because if not, why not just ignore the comment or be like, yeah, I agree, but yeah, no, she wasn't messaging Hylyte. That's false. He obviously read the comment, and not clearing it up is just going to make more people speculate if you respond and then don't clear up that part. So, of course, after that, DJ Hylyte made a video.
So since everybody's saying my content looks like Dalton's, let's talk about it. To my knowledge, I thought we were good buds and we were starting a content team and taking over the world. And yet,
for my people who watch Love After Lockup, Lacey's in the comments and she is thirsty. She said, I couldn't even focus on anything you were saying. And he responded with a looking emoji.
Yes, it is true. He did show me a structure and it does do good. Look, he's even proud of me about it. But we all know what you're here for. You want some of that piping hot tea. I'm sorry to inform you, but no, me and Sako are not having relations. But speaking of Sako, I'd just like to say thank you for coming out to my birthday party. I actually invited Dalton too, but he left me on red. And yes, I did send Dalton Holy Center merch, but that's because he said he would look badass. Thanks for keeping your word, bub. And we've all seen how much money Dalton's made in 3 days, but look what I made. And just to give Bubby his flowers, he throws one hell of a party. He invited me out for July 4th, so I'd like to extend my hand and invite him to Summer of Sins in September. But at the end of the day, I wish Bubby nothing but success and a full recovery. But their divorce has nothing to do with me. Everybody have a great day. Oh yeah, and comment below what color I should dye my pond. So since everybody's saying,
like I said, I felt like I was watching an adult video with that. It had everything except the no shirt that Dalton likes to usually rock. And I think Dalton does that on purpose, because when you're scrolling, if you see a man without a shirt on with all tatted up, I feel like you're more likely to stop and be like, what's going on? Because you notice in all his reels, the cover picture he uses for all of them are pictures of him shirtless or pictures of Sako and her cake. But yeah, so he ended up, and even Dalton commented and said, why didn't you take your shirt off? But yeah, that is the guy that we saw with Sako at the beginning of the video, and he's claiming nothing is going on. And that, who knows, he might be going out on a date with Lacey soon, because they seem pretty interested in each other. But that's it for this video, guys. Let me know what you guys think about everything in the comments below. Who do you guys believe? What side are you on? Do you guys, I think there's some truth to both sides, but I definitely think that Dalton might have some kind of anger problem. Either Dalton has an anger problem, or Sako is pushing him to a point where he has a right to be angry. I want to know why they're fighting so much at all these parties. I almost wonder, because I noticed that Dalton, a lot of his friends, I'm sure he has local friends, but you know, he was a piece of shit for a good chunk of his adult life. He said he was on drugs and stuff like that, and he couldn't even get clean when he went to rehab one time, so he was struggling. So I don't know if he has a lot of friends from his local area, because it seems like a lot of people he's been hanging out with lately have been all internet people who live in different states who've been traveling to come see him. And so it's like, is it a case where, because we have to remember, Sako was 18 years old and Dalton was in his 30s when they first started dating. So she's getting fresh out of high school. So she still has all her high school. She may have still been in high school at that point, being 18. I don't know. But she probably still has all her high school friends. They're really tight. I know I was really tight with all my high school friends in my late teens, early 20s, but then people start having families and, you don't hang out as much. And I almost feel like maybe Dalton kind of gets upset by that because Sako has all her friends. And I'm sure he had his friends there too, but maybe he's like kind of almost jealous of her having so many friends and him not having as many people. And he's getting mad that the attention isn't on him, because that's what it sounds like the case is. Remember Sako's ex that I covered a few videos ago, talking about the fact that he was saying that everything was just a lie when it came to his relationship with Sako? They were together for over 2 years. Well, he ended up posting and he said, I've been getting a lot of messages and friend requests. If anybody here reads this, please tag Dalton. Yes, I'm Sako's ex. Lots of people have been trying to get a hold of me for an interview, and I want to go through him first since it's his situation and I can also relate. Have him get a hold of me on any of my socials. Then he made a video, and this video was like 10 minutes longer. So I watched it. I was actually going to react to it in this video. I'm going to be honest, he really didn't share much. He was talking about like what he believes in as a person. He was shouting out his socials. He says he's not after clout, and if he was after clout, he would have came out years ago. And he did confirm, like, yes, I was in a relationship with Sako, but besides that, it's not like he spilled any tea or shed any insight or any more insight in his relationship than we already knew. If you guys want to check it out, his profile is here. But he acts like that he may be doing an exclusive interview, and that's definitely something that I'd be looking forward to seeing, and seeing exactly what he does have to say. But that's it for this video, guys. And I've also been seeing so much damn clickbait and fake news when it comes to this Dalton and Sako shit. It seems like, especially on Facebook, people are going ham, especially with the AI photos. Somebody tagged me and there is this photos that are going around of Sako tossing Dalton salads. And I don't know if they're real or not from their OWeb page. I do know they have an OWeb page. But it's hard to tell if that shit's real because there's so much other fake stuff that's been going around, like Sako and the security guard all up on each other at the hotel. And it's hard to tell what's fake and real anymore. And then people are saying that Dalton got arrested. He got busted on a prostitution sting in August. I did take the time to look that up. Dalton has not been busted no prostitution sting, and he has not been arrested since his DV arrest back in February, which was eventually dropped. Also, one last thing that I want to point out. When Dalton made that video revealing that Sako had been caught at a hotel and at the club with his friends, he ended up sharing a text message he received from someone who was like, well, first he shared the message and someone was like, hey, I just saw Sako at a hotel. And he's like, hey, what's your number? Dude said his number. Well, Dalton blurred it, but at the very end, you could tell there's like half a second where it wasn't blurred, where the number was exposed. When I reacted to it in my YouTube video, I made sure that I blurred the part that he didn't. But yeah, that video got like 15 million views around. Plus, and it's probably going to get more than that. People who all saw this man's phone number, and this is the man. He's now coming out and he's saying, look, I had to change my phone number. I had to contact my kids' doctors, my kids' school, all my accounts that I'm attached to, and changed my number for all this because you leaked it, because I try to help you by filling you in that Sako was at a hotel with someone else. I try to help you and you screwed me over. So now he's sitting there asking Dalton to give him this graphics card. He says day one of asking Dalton for this graphics card because his number got leaked and he had to change it. And Dalton hasn't responded yet. I did look it up. It's like between $570 and $750. I don't know. I feel like Dalton should do a little something for this man for making him change his number. I mean, it does cost. Actually, I don't know what it costs to change a number. But seriously, and you could lose money changing a number, especially if you have like your own business or something and depend on that number or have had that number for a long time. Like, our numbers are attached to so much of our lives. But that's it for this video, guys. Let me know what you guys think about everything in the comments below. And thank you so much for watching.